Hello and welcome. This character profile video is for the class Titan. And what you're gonna see is all of his skills, the top 8 PVE and PVP skills that I recommend, his enhancements, his player card, and a gameplay video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and show you the class Titan. Here we go. Okay, if you are new to my character profile videos, allow me to introduce what you're looking at. On the far left side are the names of all the skills that he has. On the right side is the specials that go with all the skills. The column next to skills is charges. That's how many times you can use that skill. The next column is hits, which is how many times that skill will hit an opponent or a creature you're fighting. And then damage-PVE, which is the highest percentage damage for that skill against a creature in the world. And damage-PVP, the next column, is the highest percentage damage against another player. And of course, I've been running across this with other characters. There is a passive skill at the very bottom, and lots of details on how to activate it and what it does. So take a moment to look at all these skills, and when you're ready, we're going to move on to the top 8 PVE skills that I recommend. Here we go. What I've done on this screen is I've taken all of the skills and I organized it under the column of damage-PVE from the highest percentage all the way down. And there's a few things I wanted to bring to your attention, and that is the text over there in specials in red. That just means that those skills or those specials don't apply in Arena or Raminis. Sorry guys, but if you're out in the open world, it would work all the time, but if you're in Arena, no, not so much. Well, it just wouldn't work. So there's that. The other one is the Giant's Roar skill in green. I just wanted to show you that it connects to the passive skill right below it. So if you're using that, it applies the effect and resets the duration. So, feel free to read all the details on what the passive skill does. And the last thing is this. You see the damage-PVE is the highest percentage damage from top to bottom. However, if you took a calculator and you added up, say, Lava Piercer, 299.2% times 18, and you connected with all 18, that would come out very damaging indeed. So be aware of that. All of the ones that are highlighted in green are gonna do well for you. The only other skill is maybe Falling Rock, which is times 4. Maybe swap that out for Storming Beast, which only hits once, but you can use it twice, so that's kind of like 2 hits, but still Falling Rock hits 4 times, and I'm pretty confident that'll equate to higher than 517% for Storming Beast. So this gives you an idea. Start with what's highlighted in green. You don't have to do it. This is just a suggestion. And when you're ready, let's move on to the top 8 PvP skills I recommend. Here we go. And welcome to the PvP slide. So what I've done is I've organized the damage-PVP column from highest percentage at the top all the way down. Now this is a single hit. This doesn't count in the hits, how many times you can hit your opponent, which would be another player in this case. So I wanted to swing back, and I know I told you about Lava Piercer in the previous slide, but let's do the math on it for PvP people, and that is 209.44% times 18 hits will be 3,769.92% damage. That is double your Beast Slayer at the top. The highest recommendation I have is get your opponent on the ground, knock them down, so they have that animation they have to get up, and then hit them with Lava Piercer. Oh my gosh, that is a deadly combo if I've ever seen one. But the conversation is also take a look at the super armor that doesn't work in Arena. So if you're new to PvP, what I've learned from all the people out there is you would start out with something that does work, and this would be Beastly Wind Slash. That'll give you your super armor. Then the next one can be Beast Slayer, because that one hits hard. Or if you go with the advice I just said, which the Beastly Wind Slash inflicts bound, which knocks him on the ground, you could follow that up with Lava Piercer and get that 3k percent damage in, and then Beast Slayer, which is almost another 1,500. It's 1,476, but you can start to see what you can combo together to do the most damage, and this is what makes this character very formidable. The other thing is, don't forget, we don't really know the duration of super armor, so people always make sure to cycle it in again. So come back to Beastly Wind Slash, maybe the third skill that you use, to refresh and give your character that protection. So take a moment to look at this, especially the passive. That is very important. I would say his passive is very key to why this character is so strong. And when you're ready, we're going to move on to the enhancement slide, and I'll see you there. Here we go. And welcome to the enhancement slide. So if you're new to this slide, allow me to introduce how it works. On the far left is the names of all the skills. On the far right is the branch damage connected to all these skills. And the 4 columns in the center, the first, second, and fourth, are things that do things for you, and the third one is meant to be things that happen against your opponent. So I want to call your attention to the red text. For example, Earth Shatter. If you unlock the enhancement for the additional attack, just know that the super armor it's describing you get does not apply in Arena. So the legend of what red on the font means, it doesn't apply to Arena. So that's why I showed it there. And the Raging Thunder, which is the second skill, all the way over to the right where it shows heal 61 hit points per hit, that means that it applies, but not in Path of Glory. So your character is not going to heal himself because it says so. So Pearl Abyss is letting you know, hey, it's not going to work in Path of Glory, so be aware of that. But take a look. There's something new that I have not seen yet until just now, and that is a passive skill gets enhancements. I have covered Corsair and a lot of other new characters that have passives, and they never got enhancements, but maybe they did now. So Titan has enhancements for his passive skill, so he has an extra skill on top of it, which is the flow, which helps increases hit points and recovery, and increases the damage that he does to monsters in the world, as well as the other skill that's stacked on top of the passive, which allows him beast form, or the results from the, I believe it's pronounced Theranthropy. Yeah. So this is very exciting. If you're considering choosing the Titan, get to know what these enhancements do for your passive, and that's why I kept telling you his passive is, if you took that away and everything that goes with it, he'd be all right. He'd be able to stand on his 2 feet, but oh my gosh, haven't seen this before, and now I understand why people enjoy him. He's just a 3-layer cake that does lots of damage. So take a moment to look at all the enhancements, and when you're ready, we'll move on to the player card. Here we go. Welcome to the player card. So this slide is meant to be like a baseball card. When you are familiar with all my character profile videos and a new character comes out, you can go if you don't have time, you can zip right over to the player card and you'd be able to see everything that the character has. All the previous slides are summed up here on this one slide. So allow me to show you how it works. First of all, at the very top are the top 8 PVE and PVP skills I recommend, and to the right of that is something new. It's called Immobilization. And the way it works is whenever your skill knocks your opponent or a creature down, knocks them up, bound, stun, anything like that, I show you how many of those you have and for what skill it is, which is the green versus the red. Now, the one thing I don't count as an immobilization is knock back. It just seems like if you're knocked back, you can recover very quickly, whereas if you're knocked down, you have to spend animation to get up, be ready, and then start fighting. And this allows your opponent to get definitely 2 hits in while you're on the ground, maybe 3. But if I was this guy and you're on the ground, lava piercer for sure. Get my 18 hits in on you. So the immobilization is key for everyone who does PvP. Not so much out there in the world with all the creatures, not yet anyway. But what I've outlined in red for the skill Raging Thunder, this is red because it symbolizes there is an immobilization that is knockback. So I don't count it, but I want you to know that Raging Thunder does have a knockback. And if you want to use it, you could. So below that is all the skills that you know, and then all the enhancements. And if you have been wondering, what is this forward guard or super armor you keep talking about? I don't know what it does. I've listed the definitions of both of them at the very bottom. I'm going to read it to you real quick. Forward guard means incoming damage will either be 0 or heavily reduced. This is why it's a crowd favorite. Very nice, but again, the character has to be facing you. If you get behind them, forward guard's not going to help them very much at all. The other one is super armor, and this means that incoming damage will be reduced, and effects that immobilize you, like stun, knockdown, freeze, etc., will not happen for a duration of time. Now, I haven't done the research to find out what that duration is, as I mentioned previously, but if you keep refreshing it, you should be very well protected. So take a moment to look at the player card, and when you're ready, let's move on to the gameplay video. The music will change, and we'll show you everything that the Titan can do in action. Here we go. And welcome to the gameplay video. So before we get started, let's show you where we're at. We're over here in Balanos, and we're at Kron Castle entrance. And we're here because, well, I always like to be here. Their CP is 2519, and our CP is 3234. He's in good shape. So we have a auto path that we always use. And so the way this works is he'll go over and fight for 2-3 minutes, and which time we'll go head to town. I'll give my outro and say thanks, and there you have it. So without further ado, let's show you the class Titan. just about ready to head back to town. Here we go. And allow me to go ahead and get my outro started. Hey guys, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you really enjoyed the video for Titan, and if you did, please subscribe, like, share. Feel free to write me comments. I'm always making more videos. As a matter of fact, I think Destroyer is next after him, so let's get him in a Titan in a good position here so we can show him off. And the 3 dogs. Yeah, that'll do. Once again, thank you very much, and you guys have a great day. Take care. Bye now.